여유롭게 달려와 내일은 더 빛나지 당연 yeah. 내 삶은 shine.
I think I got some good shots for my thumbnail. Alright. I don't know how to start this. I guess just because I'm not used to doing this, obviously, but hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Savannah, and today I'm going to be reading some Am I the Asshole Reddit posts. I see these all over TikTok and whatnot, so I just kind of want to read a few of my own. I just typed in Am I the Asshole, and I just read the titles and I just saved 5 of them. So there's so many to choose from. That's doing way too much. But let's get into it. Alright, so number 1. Am I the asshole for refusing to babysit my niece longer than 3 days? So the person who typed this is 16 and her sister's 26. Because sometimes the grandma needs to be fucking me up. Me, 16, my 26-year-old sister has a 2-year-old. I love my niece, but she's a handful. My mom and sister don't do anything if she does something wrong. When my sister was arrested for driving while intoxicated with my niece in the car, my mother got temporary custody, but she had to work and asked if I could babysit her. I'd said yes, but only for 3 days, as I am taking some online classes to recover credits. I also told her that in that time, she could look for an actual babysitter or have my other sister watch her. My mom got mad and said that my sister has done so much for me. She hasn't. I don't really see nor talk to her as we have a 10-year age gap. I told my mom that I'll watch my niece, but only for a few days. And in that time, she could look for someone else that...
What the hell?
Look for someone... Oh, shoot. Else, I guess someone else. Either that or she pays me. She walked out of the room and slammed the door. She called my dad and complained that I was being a moody teenager. My dad told her that I was bound to start refusing to babysit, as every time I visit, I live with my dad, I get turned into a babysitter for pets, children without pay. Pets and children without pay. Clearly I can't read. My sisters are calling me an asshole and that I should get over it and help out family. I told them that this was technically my sister's fault and I'm not going to fail my classes from her mistake. Am I the asshole? I don't think, no. I don't think you are. Boundaries, like, yeah, this is your family, but also like boundaries. She's taking online classes. She would watch them longer than 3 days from the jump, even if it's just for 1 day. She should be getting paid. But no, I don't think she's the asshole. I think definitely her sisters and her mom. You can't argue with stupid, so. Ooh, let's read through the comments. Let's see what other people have to say. Not the asshole. Your sister created this situation with her own behavior. It's not your responsibility to dig her out of it. Period. What does this one say? Yeah, so it's people just really agreeing on this one, which is good. I'm glad to see that people agree. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Next one. Am I the asshole for telling my mom that if my sister dies, she dies? I, female, 42 years old, have a sister, female, 26 years old, who was hospitalized a few weeks ago for alcohol OD. Luckily, she made it out alive, but she continued her old ways despite all that happened and still continues to drink her life away. I reached out to her 3 days ago to make sure she was okay and asked if she needed anything. But she went off on me out of complete nowhere, told me to F off if it's about her alcoholism and mind my own business, and that she'd block me if I wouldn't stop talking about her issue. I never once brought up anything about her being an alcoholic, nor did I lecture her. I was just checking on her, and that's it. But there are many times we did attempt to get her help. My mom, female, 62 years old, and I have tried to offer her moral support more than 1,000 times, whether it be by getting her a therapist, attending church with her, becoming involved in activities outside of our house together, etc. But she's turned us down every single time. I don't mean to sound cruel, but I've had it. I let my mom know that she's a grown woman and that grown women should be solving her own problems, not us. I went as far as saying if she dies, she dies. We ended up having a heated argument, and my mom exclaimed, "If you die, I wouldn't be there at your deathbed or your funeral." That's what caused distant relations between my mother for the past couple of days. Am I the asshole? No. You're not, girl, you're not the asshole. If someone clearly doesn't want help, you can't just make someone want to get help or like make someone get help if they really don't want to. Hey, that's up to them, honey. That's their responsibility. You can't change anyone. At the end of the day, it has to be their decision. It is what it is. It's a thing called free will. Give me just a second. Now we can continue. All right, next post. Am I the asshole for bringing my daughter to a child-free wedding? Why do y'all do stuff like that? Like, I feel like y'all do stuff like that on purpose. Why? But anyway, I, a 32-year-old female, have a 15-year-old daughter. My sister, 35 years old, got married last week. I was her maid of honor. I was her maid of honor. My sister said that no children would be allowed at her wedding as they're loud and noisy. I brought my 15-year-old daughter because her aunt was getting married and she wanted to wish her well. At the wedding, my parents were shooting me daggers. My sister came over furious. She asked, who was I to completely disregard her rules? I was confused until she pointed out that my daughter should not be there. I argued, saying the reason she didn't want children there was because they would misbehave. My daughter was silent, never on her phone, and extremely respectful. It's still her wedding, babe. They're her rules. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what kind of child your daughter is, bro. I left the wedding early, and my parents are blowing up my phone with angry texts. My husband agrees with me, but says that I could have handled the situation better. My sister is refusing to speak to me until I apologize, but I don't think I did anything wrong. So am I the asshole? That was the end. So far, just from the beginning, we're going to get to the edits in just a little second. But from this first part that you typed out, yes, she had rules set in place. And oh yeah, your daughter might have been silent, but bottom line is, homegirl don't want children at her wedding. And you were saying she wanted to come because she wanted to wish her well. Honey, that's what freaking, I'm sure y'all saw each other before or like right after. Like, you never stated like that y'all live far away or something. She could have just wished her well after the wedding. That's all she had to do. It's not that deep. Let's get to the edits. Okay, so edit 1. Based on the responses, I understand that I was rude for not at least checking in first. Could have at least done that too. I should have verified whether or not my daughter could come. There was no malintent, but all the same, I will apologize to my sister and daughter. My sister and daughter are very close, and the reason why I thought she would have been invited. Excuse me, had to burp. No children means no children, okay? Edit number 2. I have seen these questions a lot, so the invite was pretty generic card that said, "We hope to see you at our wedding," with the RSVP info, dress code, etc. I RSVP'd 2 people, my daughter and I. I believe my sister thought the 2 RSVPs were my husband and I. My husband did not attend as he was suddenly called out to town for a work conference. There was a place setting, chair, etc. for my daughter because I RSVP'd 2 people. I assumed my daughter would be allowed because my sister stated that she didn't want children at the wedding due to noise, tantrums, and behavior, etc. I mean, yes, of course, like, you're still the asshole, but I could see how, based on, you know, given your daughter's age, you'd think she might be more mature, but it's still your sister's wedding. Like I said before, it's still her wedding. It's still her rules. It is what it is. Last edit. I apologize to my sister and daughter. We're doing well relationship-wise. Thank you for your insight. Girl, you better than some people. But yeah, you were definitely the asshole in that one. Okay, now for the comments. Is a 15-year-old considered a child though? I might make the same mistake unless it specifically said 18 plus or similar. I don't consider teens to be children, especially teens that don't act like children. And someone replied, yeah, when you say children, I'm thinking 12 and younger. Someone else is like, I think anyone under 18, which, yeah, I think children is anything under 18. Might even, I mean, and depending on, obviously, her sister's point of view, it could be anyone under 21, honestly. I don't know. I feel like if she just hadn't rolled up there with her daughter, you know, there could have been some kind of common ground. Like, who knows? Maybe if she had checked in first, her sister might have let it fly. Honestly, maybe. But she didn't. She just rolled up there with her daughter. So, yeah, you're the asshole. At the very least, you could have checked in first. So I could see how she wouldn't be the asshole because the reasoning behind her sister not wanting children there and her daughter is nothing like that. Yeah. I know if I was in her sister's position and I made that rule, like, if you had checked in with me, I more than likely would have let it fly. Like, yeah, you know? But not you just rolling up, completely disregarding my rules, not saying anything. Come on now. Gotta write an essay. That's what I say.
Side eye.
Alright, next one. Am I the asshole for not allowing brother-in-law's family inside when they showed up unannounced? Let's see, go on. My husband and I, both 30, live about 2 hours from his brother, 32-year-old male, brother's wife, and 4-year-old son. Last night, they were in the area to celebrate their sister-in-law's father's retirement. Sister-in-law? That makes sense, actually. Sister-in-law. We didn't know they would be here and made no plans, but after dinner, they showed up at our home at 10:10 p.m. Yeah, no. We live on a dark street with a winding driveway that only faces our garage. We were already upstairs watching a movie and didn't see them drive up. Brother-in-law called my husband, but his phone was on silent and didn't see it until 20 minutes later. By then, they had already left, but he asked if he could call and tell them to come back. I said absolutely not. I had to wake up today at 6 a.m. for work, and they would have come in, had a drink, and probably stayed until 12 a.m. The house was kind of messy, and I was already in PJs. Plus, I'm tired of them showing up unannounced. They do it randomly to surprise us, like they're doing us a favor, and expect us to feed them and play top hosts, but don't reciprocate. They also get mad when we're not available to host them in the name of family. Of course, brother-in-law called my husband and yelled for about 20 minutes today about how we shun them. He said that families should always be welcome, and they would have welcomed us if we showed up unannounced, which we never have. They hung up angry, and now my husband is upset with me, saying that it would be easier to let them come in for an hour next time. So am I the asshole or not? No, sis, you're not. Because why randomly at 10:10 p.m.? Nah, honey, doors are locked. If you on the outside, you gonna have to stay on the outside. It is what it is. No, I don't think she's the asshole at all. Oh, I don't care if you're my brother, sister, aunt. You're not gonna just show up to my house unannounced, repeatedly, randomly. No. And then you don't reciprocate the energy? Y'all tripping. Next one. Am I the asshole for asking my sister to please not address me in dude speak? I've never heard of that before. My sister has taken to adopting a very brain-dead stoner surf dude way of speaking. Instead of saying hello, she's clearly I don't deserve my high school diploma. Instead of saying hello, she says sup. Goodbye is lats or later much. Things she doesn't like are harsh or a beat scene. These words are in quotations. Some suspicious things are bogus or sketch. Unique things are spesh. Ugh. That would irritate me too. Good things are sweet or radical or the tits. I especially don't like that last one. Well, makes sense. Shaka, bra, gnarly, tasty, rando, feroce, bitchin', tweaked. Some of this stuff I don't even know what it means. I asked her politely a few times to stop, told her it really, really annoys me. She laughed and seemed to do it more. I finally said, if you can't talk to me using plain English, please don't talk to me until you can. To which she replied, harsh dude, now we are literally not speaking. Am I the asshole for laying down a language boundary? Well, I mean, no, I don't think he's an asshole for doing that. Like, talk to me in plain English, dummy. Like, let's look at the comments. You're the asshole. Telling other people what they can and can't say isn't a boundary, it's a command. Sounds like she's following by your command and not talking to you. Doesn't seem like she's doing anything wrong. I love that language boundary. Like, we're all stupid and we'll go, oh, he's not making demands, he's setting a language boundary. Haha, way to finesse it, right? Which is not okay, so people don't agree. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, you can't tell people what to say. So you can't tell people what to say. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you could also just stop talking to them yourself. I feel like that's almost equivalent to me saying to a white person, stop talking the way you think all black women talk. But at that point, I just wouldn't talk to that person ever again. Like, I wouldn't even be around them to even hear what they have to say. No. But, like, I mean, this stuff that she's saying, though, come on. I'm sure there's people out there that do, but, like, Shaka bra.
Rock on, freaky bro. Yeah.
Like, what even? Lats? Later much? Like, what is that? What is that? At that point, I just won't talk to you. Last one. I think I am gonna find one more to read. Let's read one of the top posts. Don't choose the. Oh my gosh, that's literally so much to read. Oh my gosh, all of these are so long. I think I found one. I think we're gonna do this one. Am I the asshole for filing a police report on my sister after she walked out of my store without paying after I gave her kids haircuts? I just got state certification to cut hair and I'm working at a national franchise chain to get experience to hopefully work somewhere more exclusive. When I was in school, I would give my family free haircuts for practice, but my sister never took me up on the offer, which made last night even more strange. I should add that I have 8 siblings. She and I are the youngest and never got along growing up. She texted me and said her kids had some sort of award ceremony for science today and wanted to know if I could cut their hair. I said we were absolutely slammed. Wait was over an hour. So just sign in on the app and come when it told her to. She came in, she was so rude, just hovering over me the whole time like she was waiting for me to screw up. I guess that's what it's supposed to say. I was told there would be customers like this, so as much as she was annoying me, I just dealt with it. Finally, after I was done with both kids, she tried to give me $3. Yes, 3 $1 bills! I asked her what it was for, and she said it was my tip since the haircuts were free. I told her actually the haircuts can't be free. I'm doing this on store property. In the middle of a rush, I had to charge her. Without saying a word, she grabbed her kids and walked out. A really nice lady who apparently was watching the whole thing said that I needed to call the police. I said she was my sister, but she cut me off and said that even more so that I needed to call the police. So I did, and they must have been close because they were there in minutes. They said really there's not a whole lot that can be done, but they said they would take a report and talk to my sister. They must have gone straight to her house because our family text absolutely blew up with her trying to get people on her side. Almost everyone took her side initially, but as I explained myself, people turned on her. But I think in the end, about 2 out of 3 think that I'm an asshole for getting the police involved and I should have handled it in the family. Am I the asshole? Ow! No, girl, you are not the asshole. Like I said earlier, just because you're family, you have to stop, like, ignoring boundaries, bro. And it, like, You're walking into your sister's place of business, place of work, and you think she's giving you this service for free? No, honey. No. What is wrong with y'all? Not the asshole. She was stealing from your employer, not just you. Exactly. Absolutely. You could have been fired if you didn't involve the police. Ask those 2 out of 3 if they'd be willing to lose your job for your sister's theft. Period. No. I'd never do such a thing. She definitely should have called the police. And then those 2 out of 3 that thought that she was still the asshole, they would have got cussed out and up. The $3 tip, y'all. The $3 tip was really... That's what's getting me. Because $3, and then she came in being rude and nasty and hovering over her. Miss Ma'am. That'll be crazy. But that's gonna be the last post. That was fun. I'm telling you, these posts, like some of the stuff that I hear and that I read everywhere else other than Reddit, because I don't see these Am I the Asshole posts. I see them everywhere but Reddit, right? And I actually have Reddit on my phone. Some of y'all be acting a little, crazy. I might make another Am I the Asshole Reddit videos, or I might do something different. I don't know. I'm still kind of trying to work all that out. I literally had to tell myself to not think about it, just do it. You can hear me probably throughout the video. Yeah, it's just because I was a little nervous. But I did it. And yeah. So, I might do a deep dive and see if I can probably find some funny ones. Maybe some ones that like aren't too serious. I want to find something funny, something to laugh at. But yeah. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.